Welcome, everyone. I'm popping on here today because I do have some time this afternoon to share these cards with you that I received a few weeks ago when I swapped for this new catalog. And I thought it was about time to share them. I'm going to flip through the catalog. I'm not going over every page, but certainly making some comments on it and show you the cards that I've received, plus a project that I did create this last weekend when I went to an event. So I just want to share all those with you. And as you can see on my screen, please subscribe to my newsletter. And I do send you tips and tricks and new information each week. And if there's a special that comes up, like free shipping or something like that, I will send you a second email that week. But so far, it's usually just been once a week. So I'm going to see if I can get looks like I can probably get the catalog into the screen so you can see it. And if you haven't got one yet, or if you would like one and don't have a demonstrator, just let me know. Hello, Pam. Yes, you need free shipping. I know that's one of your favorite times of the year. So just stay tuned. Maybe it's coming. We never know ahead of time. So just before I leave this page, I want to point out these shimmer pens that have arrived, and I have used some of them. Looks like they have lots of glimmer in them that we can use. So don't forget to look for those as you go through the catalog. And I will, lots of information on these pages. I'm not going to stop. There is a index, table of contents, some icons that tell you they have come back with new, which is really beneficial to me because sometimes I forget to mark them off and I buy things twice. Product of the month is something that is new this year, and if you spend your order is $100 or more Canadian, you can get it for $7. And tomorrow night in my weekly live, I am going to share the patterned vellum that is the product of the month for May. I loved working with it yesterday, so I'm excited to share that with you. Paper pumpkin, Shelley's favorite, is always a good one to look at. These words encouragement that they have put in this catalog are great things that you could almost save and put on your desk for sure. We've got kit collections, we've got scrapbooking kits, lots of must-haves, mix and match, embellishments. It's laid out differently than other catalogs, and I love what it is. So I hope you do too. Some more templates here that you can use. Just some great ideas in here. But as I get to the first section is page 28, I believe, where I first got some samples. They've come out with two-tone cardstock. This is the In Colors. I do have that. I've used some of it. And then just some designer paper, stickers, lots of different ideas on how you can use it. If you didn't do anything else, you could just copy what's in the catalog, and you'd have a great amount of designs to work with. Each designer paper has a certain list of colors. Valley and Bloom is a great set that, oh, okay, so my numbers are out of order. Just a sec. I do have one back here on page 20, which is this one. So this is a card that I've received with the Adirondack chair. I'm trying to think of what it was called. This is your day. The designer, no, that is not designer paper. That must be, or if it is, it's really stuck well to the card. Maybe there is a set of cards that come with that. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's that design for sure. You can see that right there. The chair, the seagull, lots of different, cute, and a little bit of twine on it there. My sister has a camp and she loves cards like this. Yes, yes. Valley in Bloom is the Lily of the Valley cards, and I don't have one of those handy right here. But there are lots of samples online that you can see. A great set again, lots of bright colors, love it. Scenic Coast, beautiful water colorings again. And, okay, make sure I don't miss any more numbers. What I do with mine is I put numbers on the back when I get them, so I know where they are. This one was from Linda James. I should have mentioned that. This one is from Donna Wisniak, and it is done with this suite, but it's done with this set of stamps here. One Fine Day and a butterfly. So cute idea again. Pardon me. So lots of different designs. Like I say, if you copied the catalog each day, you would have probably a whole month or more worth of products. This paper, which I haven't used yet, but I will be, is flocked. Like the wallpaper. Did you have any wallpaper like that? We certainly did in the other house. And my hubby made me promise I wouldn't put any in this house. So this is a Fern and Flora. Lots of die cuts. Beautiful colors. This is soft sea foam. A embossing folder here, which I did use in one of my cards for tomorrow night again. And some of the designer paper. And that's by Cindy. Pardon me. Then we get into, that was the sweets. Then we get into bundles. And bundles are a savings of 10% if you buy the die and the stamp set at the same time. And you might notice my pages have yellow highlighting. That means that I have that set. So I do try to keep track so I don't buy it twice. The impressions plate is something new this time. And if you use it with this particular die or these, you get an extra deep impression that shows so much better. So the dies are the bundles. They do show new. I don't think they're in any, they're not alphabetical, I can tell you that for sure. But again, other samples that you don't have on the other pages, so you can work with them. And after those, we get into the positioner, which really is a treat to have, because if you're stamping and you want it straight, you can figure that all out and then push down on it. You don't have to waste paper trying for it. These are then just stamp sets. So you'll find them perhaps in 2 or 3 locations in this catalog. One suggestion that someone had was start at the back and mark ones you like, and then as you work towards the front, you'll come across maybe there's a bundle. So maybe you want both pieces, and maybe you can save the 10% by getting that way. So just keep that in mind. So then we get to this one, which is done with this scallop bloom set, which does say it's in a bundle and it's in a suite. So if you were to order this number, and then you were to order the bundle, and then you were to order the suite, you'd have 3 of them. So that's just something to point out and be careful with. I love the scallop here on that particular die. These are, well, let me go back to that because, let's see if I can find it quickly. The scallop blooms dies, you have all of these that layer, lots and lots of dies in scallops. Some have, you can see that, I hold it right, little dots, and some don't. And that card, and these are in that set as well. And that's a card that I got from Patty Wright. Thank you, Patty. This is another one, done again with those dies, and just cut with the folded edge here so that you don't cut it right through, and you've got an actual card made with it. So that one was from Shanna, and she did some, I'm going to say some stamping coloring there. I don't think it's watercolor. So that again is back over on, whoops. Okay, this one is on 47. So this one is this Flowering Meadow, and she's used the fern embossing folder at the back, and then the Flowering Meadow here. This is the Hydrangea Hue ribbon. And this die is from, there's one that's, this one, no, not that one. One that is just frames. Yep, I don't see it right away. That one's from Joanne. So thank you, Joanne. Then we get to the balloons, balloon festoon. And I don't have these, but I have seen, well, and you can see here how big they are. Huge. Some of the dies. And again, it's a bundle, so be aware of that. And sorry, I'm reading your comments, Pam. Just a scallop die, pretty cool. Yes, there's it's a really neat way to use any of, like the Arches die works well for that as two, and the scallop dies work really well for that. But a great one for birthdays if you're always looking for birthday cards. This one's from Joanne. Thank you. Another Joanne. Then we get to, this one is on page, help me here, page 50. So one more page. So we do have, there's a big one. There's one with banner. This one came with a punch, the bundle with the punch. And then this one is the phrases and frames, but there are frames, and it has that impression folder where you can see there's real detail that ends up with these. So extra detail there. This is a easel card that Hetty did. So thank you, Hetty. And here, going backwards, here's one. I've got this page 51, which is the Lily of the Valley. This is another fancy fold. The paper is doing lots of work on this one, plus a little bit of coloring here. And I've seen actually the glimmer pens used to color these, which works really well. And that one is from Lorna. So thank you, Lorna. And this is one, another Lily of the Valley paper. And it's a design that we've been seeing lots of recently called double vision, because one's higher, one's lower, higher, lower. Kind of a really neat design card to do. We've seen many different scenery ones work really well. This kind of pattern works really well. That one's from Kathy. And this one goes a little bit further, and it is on page, this is the borders I was thinking the other lady had. Page 55, the Sunset Coast, not Sunshine Coast, Sunset Coast. And you can see that she's had the stamp here and then put the sun setting in the background. Congratulations. This die, for cutting these out, I do believe cuts all three of them at once. I think I watched a video on that, and that was by Karina. So I'm just going to go through a couple more, the embossing machines. Then we get to the dies that are listed in here. And once again, they're listed as bundles or suites. So just be aware of that. But they give them to you in many different places. There's that die that I was looking for. So in order to not buy duplicates, just be aware of that kind of thing. They've come out with, this is a new punch, couple of new embossing folders, another hybrid one that cuts and embosses at the same time. And then we get into the paper. Designer paper is in one place now, so you can go here, except for one, which I'll show you in a minute. Lots of bright colors, beautiful papers. This one is 6x6, but the rest of them are 12x12. This is the pattern packs that we usually get. This is called Luxe White, and it has, if you can see, a little bit Lily of the Valley on it, so that it is embossed. If you just color over it, it will show the colors. And there's an in color, there's a basic, and then our subtles, brights, regals, and neutrals. Then we have papers. There's a new shimmer vellum, there's a velveteen, there's a pearlized, lots and lots of choices there. And this is the other designer paper on page 70, which goes with the mix and match sets. And that's the other thing I'm going to show you that we did on Saturday, was the gals who did that took this paper and this meant for you mix and match and this greetings for you, and that's all we used for making, well, we did use the stamp set too for making all the cards that we did that day. There's a new hybrid black ink. We have for memory keeping, we have flip flaps, we have photo albums, we have lots and lots of embellishments. And again, the pink end you can see is new. Adhesives in one place. Ribbon, this is the ribbon for the new in colors, but there's more ribbons. Don't forget to look online because there's lots of things online that are not in this catalog. That's why it's not really, really thick, but it gives us some of everything. We've got our cutting blades. We've got our clear blocks, silicone craft sheet. I can see some of these things I do have, but I haven't marked off yet. But different coloring tools, pencil. Then we get into the new in colors, and they've set this out where you can see, okay, here's a cardstock assortment, a stamp bundle, and that's what's special right now is if you join Stampin' Up! During May, you can get this extra $90, or if you bought them individually, it would be $100 for joining. And it's a great deal. And if you don't want the stamp pads, I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't want new magnetic stamp pads, you can get an extra $50 worth of product just for this special that's for the month of May. So everyone in Canada is welcome to be on my team. I would love to have you join. There's a number of us now from all over, and we always have fun together. So I'd love to have you join us as well. So please let me know if you're interested. Then we do have all the colors listed here: cardstock, two-tone, classic ink, refills, and blends. So that goes down the columns. And the basics you can order by collections. Then we have index. And index is always a great thing to have, and it's usually at the back of the catalog. So that's the catalog. Now, see if I can find, this is the thing that we made on Saturday, and it's a little tote. We ended up putting two boxes together here and using the ephemera packs from here to decorate. And then the cards we made, these are two easel cards. One goes that way, this one goes this way, and that's using that borders dies that I had shown you there. So that's two of the cards. And then, isn't that cute box? Cute, cute, cute. Always need something to put your cards in. These are two others, and again, using, now, I should have spotlighted that. We did some brush detailing on the back and stamping, and then we just laid pieces of cardstock, designer paper, used the ephemera pack, and again for this one. So similar but different. I'm just going to see if I can quickly find, probably can't. This, it's not in here with the mix and match, but it's pretty neat. What we used for these black embellishments, I know it's part of one of these suites, is where it is. of course, when you're looking for it, that's velveteen. Thought it was what it is. When it comes packaged, it's in a long 12-inch sheet, and I don't have that piece right here in front of me. I should have had that too. And it's all punch out. It's not adhesive, but they are fairly thick. So, no, not that one. Well, anyway, I'll see if I can show you here, maybe on this one. It is quite thick. And the butterflies, I mean, you can lift them up, the wings up a bit if you want, but it was easy to punch them out. And all of this was on there as well. So find it. But the last thing I want to show you that we did, this was, just a minute, because maybe I've marked it. This is where, yes, duh, here it is. It's called Floral Flight Accents, and page 72 is where, oh, okay. I was looking for a solid sheet, but this is what it is. You get all of these pieces in one sheet, and it comes as part of that suite. So this is the suite that they were highlighting on Saturday when we were at that event. But I want to show you this because it was really kind of neat how we ended up. It fits in an envelope, and the gal who was demonstrating this said, you know, how many of you are scrapbookers? And of course, there weren't many in the room of, we figured there might have been 60, 70 people in there, and only 2 or 3 were scrapbookers. She said, well, how be if you do a card as a part of a scrapbook, like use it as a card. So she had flip flaps, and these are I don't have pictures in here, but she had a picture here, and then you open this one, and there was a picture here, and a picture here. And then she had stamped and piece of cardstock. This is the 2-tone cardstock, so it's not quite as thick. So it's a little better for mailing. But isn't that a great idea? And I am going to do that in one of my up-and-coming classes, the one that will be in July. I have recently posted in my newsletters that I'm going to have a Kit-to-Go class with the new framed violets. It's one of the sets that's coming out here 1st of July. And I think it's going to be a gorgeous bundle. And I'm going to try using some flip flaps for that. So thank you for watching, Pam, and anyone who watches the replay. I see there should be 2 of you there, but I only see Pam making comments. I love it when you comment. I love it when you take part. So please continue to follow me, subscribe, and get notification when I'm going live. And like I mentioned, I will be there tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as usual on Thursday. So have a great day, and we'll chat with you soon. Take care.